6 Financial Secrets of Banks. Welcome back to the channel Wiz Graham, where you can get practical wisdom for money, investing, success, and more. In today's video, I'll be sharing the 6 financial secrets that your bank might actually never tell you about. But before we begin, please give this video a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe so that you wouldn't miss any of our new videos that will be uploaded every week. Now, let's get started. Banks are created to provide a safer, more flexible, and more stable monetary and financial system. Well, everyone wants to keep their money where it's safe and secured, right? You would never want to keep your money somewhere visible and dangerous. But let me tell you this, there are hidden truths about the money you save in the bank. Most of the time, since these financial institutions operate in complex processes that common people have no interest in narrowing down, some undisclosed facts are kept hidden. Here are 6 of them. Number 1. You're losing money every year. This is not a literal conception of someone stealing your money in the bank. When interest rates or what the bank pays you in exchange for making a deposit is lower than inflation, that means your money is actually worthless in the future. Inflation is a measure of an economy's rate of rising prices for goods and services. It can happen when the cost of production, such as raw materials and wages, rises. Likewise, inflation can occur when there is an increase in demand for goods and services as consumers are willing to pay more for the product. Why is inflation a concern? Because it makes money saved today less valuable over time. It also destroys the consumer's purchasing power. For example, data recorded in 2005 says that the national average cost of a movie ticket was $6.41. By 2019, it became $9.16. So, if you invest in a stock or bond and get 5%, you won't be able to get that whole percentage. Because if the inflation rate is 2%, you'll only get 3% in real terms. That's how inflation works. Number 2. Banks earn from your card transactions. Did you know that the primary way that banks make money is through the interest from credit card accounts? Credit card companies consider these 3 things: interest, fees charged to cardholders, and transaction fees paid by businesses that accept credit cards. When you use a credit card, money moves electronically through many hands, from the issuer, through the network, to the merchant's bank. Issuers are banks and credit unions that issue credit cards. When you use a credit card, you're borrowing money from the issuer. Networks are companies that process credit card transactions. Famous examples of networks in the US are Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and Discover. Interest fees are imposed on a cardholder's account if they do not pay off their entire balance in a given month. The interest charged on any specific account is calculated by multiplying the card's periodic rate by the average daily balance and the number of days in a billing period. Fees collected from merchants are the credit card company's second greatest source of revenue. When a store accepts a credit card payment, a portion of the sale goes to the card's issuing bank. This is known as the interchange rate, and it varies from one card to the next and from one shop to another. Number 3. Your money in the bank is not physical. It is a commercial bank's nature to give businesses and individuals a safe place to store their money while accessing credits and loans. One of the reasons that a bank operates is to make a profit, and that profit is from the customers they serve on a daily basis. So when you open a savings account in a bank, know that your money doesn't just stay there. Every time you make a deposit, the bank borrows the money from you to lend it out to others. From auto loans to mortgages, the bank uses your money to help fund these loans, which in return, you get paid in the form of interest as a lender, which of course you aren't aware of. At this point, you might be wondering how the money can be loaned out and available to withdraw at any time. Banks don't lend out all the money that people deposit. They are required to keep a sum of money to handle transactions and withdrawals. Also, your funds are protected by the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation or FDIC, so you don't have to worry. Number 4. Bankers are not your friends. In the book Money Rules, there's a rule that says your banker is not your friend. If you think your banker's main mission is to ensure you make the best decision about your money, sadly, but it isn't true. Think about it. A sales agent persuades you to buy something from them through special assurance tactics. For example, this fan lasts long among the others. This car has an anti-lock braking system, so even if you get into an accident, you won't die, etc. The same thing with bankers. Your banker works for a money-making corporation. Thus, he has sales targets to meet. Whether you're getting a mortgage, a credit card, or a loan, your banker will certainly give you credit or insurance. So you check a few boxes and sign your acceptance, thinking you're buying insurance in case you get too sick or dead to make your payments. But let me tell you this, you didn't truly purchase insurance. You were sold on the concept of insurance. That's not what you've planned first, isn't it? Number 5. Foreign transaction fees. In 2019, large banks made more than $11.68 billion from customers in bank fees. Fees are attached to everything from account transfers to canceled checks. For example, if your monthly balance falls under a specified amount, you get penalty fees. When you try to spend more money you have in your account, you are charged an overdraft fee. Plus, depending on the credit card you claimed, you may also be responsible for an annual card fee. Another transaction fee that is often buried deep in the terms and conditions of your credit card agreement is the foreign transaction fee. It is a charge assessed by a financial institution to a consumer who uses an electronic payment card to purchase a foreign currency. This fee is charged by many credit card issuers, typically ranging from 1% to 3% of the transaction. Usually, this happens when you make card purchases in foreign countries while traveling or when you make purchases online from your home country and the vendor is foreign and processes the transaction in its local currency. Number 6. You are being monitored. Some companies use the technology to detect automated attacks and questionable transactions, while others go much further, gathering tens of millions of profiles that can identify users based on how they hold, touch, and tap their gadgets. Those being monitored are unaware that data is being collected. In addition, companies can capture thousands of data points known as behavioral biometrics, using sensors in phones or code on websites to make sure whether a digital user is who she claims to be. Financial institutions use transaction monitoring systems to keep track of their customers' transactions in real time or on a daily basis. These programs examine current transactions and a customer's previous data and account profile. Following that, a customer analysis can be offered, including risk levels and expected future activities. At some point, you've almost certainly been the target of transaction surveillance. Because of transaction monitoring, your bank has a rough idea of your regular financial activities. So it would be wise to be mindful of this. Well, those were the 6 financial secrets of banks. How did you find this video? Of course, we can't avoid using the banks in this current world, but we certainly can use them wisely if we know all these secrets. Don't you think so? If you learned something valuable today, feel free to leave a comment down below. Well, that's it for today. Thank you for watching and see you again soon in another one of our episodes. Once again, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family so that they can enjoy it as well. With that said, have a wonderful day everyone, and I'll see you in the next one.